Okay, everyone, welcome back.
How you doing, guys?
Yeah, I hope everyone is enjoying the nice sunny weather today, huh?
Yeah, so what are we going to talk about?
Let's see. Today, I was thinking about talking about space. Not outer space, but space. Like being a long-term resident in Japan, I've come to realize how well Japanese deal with the amount of space they have and how they utilize it. It's pretty damn amazing, huh?
Yeah.
Like I grew up in California, and even in my modest upbringing, like our home was like twice the size of the place I live now, and we were fucking poor. So.
So were you surprised when you first came to Japan and see how people live and how small and houses are? Just in general.
I mean, I didn't realize it until I actually stepped foot into like the apartment that I was gonna stay in. Like up to that point, like going to the airport and like to the hotel, and I didn't really notice anything different. But once I stepped foot in the apartment. When we got into the elevator shaft. I mean, or the elevator. I'm sorry. And like it was made for like three people maximum. You know what I mean? And like take the elevator up to the apartment and go through the door. I mean, the height of the door is pretty low. Like in general in Japan. Like at my place. I mean, I'm like 170. Like 2.5 centimeters, you know what I mean? And like the height of my door is like, I imagine 190, 180. I mean, it's pretty low. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Like our condo was built back in the 1990s. So I guess Japanese people have grown quite the average height. Because I mean,
I said there weren't any tall people back then.
Well, not out here in Gakuenmai, I guess, huh? But I mean, like even the beams that run across like my in the rooms here. I mean, if I was like 5 centimeters taller, I'd probably hit my head. You know what I mean? It's crazy, dude. It makes you think, Like if I was like an athlete, you know what I mean? Like a basketball player, and there's no way I could live here. I mean, I'd have to like just crawl around the house. You know what I mean? On my knees.
Yeah, because I'm 183 centimeters, 6 foot. So just that wouldn't be my place then.
Yeah, no.
It's too small.
Yeah, you probably, like I said, crawl around on your knees, huh, to get around.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's outside of that. I mean, I look around my condo and I see like the way they utilize like the closet space, like back home. I think almost everyone has a walk-in closet, or a very large closet, or storage space, and so you just hang up all your clothes and put up all your, you know what I mean. But here in Japan, I think you have to pack everything away, and you have to bring out the clothes only for that season, right? So if it's summer season, you'd probably put away your fall winter clothes, box it up, and store it away until the season came around, right?
Yeah.
But like, because I remember when I first started living here, people like ask, "Oh, are you changing your closet?" I guess it's like small talk, you know what I mean? I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm after, okay, now I know what they mean. Huh? So.
Okay, interesting.
I mean, you've lived overseas, as well. I mean, what are some big differences that you noticed?
Let's see. I lived in Hong Kong, and Hong Kong is much more like Tokyo.
It's dense, dude.
I mean, it's fucking packed. I mean, there are a lot of people in a small space, and so that's why they build houses and upward.
But I mean, like, how do you think Hong Kong deals with like space? I mean, and how does Hong Kong? How does Hong Kong and how does Japan deal with it? Huh? I mean, because I've been to Hong Kong and this shit's cramped. I mean, they're packed like fucking sardines, and
it is. I mean, I guess immersion issues they face. Probably Hong Kong and China as well. I mean, I'm talking about the big cities like Shanghai and stuff. I mean, high density and a lack of parking spaces, right? One of the things we are kind of genius in terms of. I mean, I'm talking about Japan.
Yeah.
I mean, we build a lot of stuff underground parking lots and the subway system and transportation system, and then also like like a public space in general. It's just genius. You know what I'm saying? The Hong Kong is just in a cramped. It's just small, man.
Yeah.
Like it's not like in a Tokyo.
But I don't think they don't deal with space as well as Japanese. I mean, because they live in very, like, I would say pretty horrendous, like, living conditions, huh? Like, I see some of those pictures. I'm like like people sleeping in cages and shit, you know? No joke, dude. That like they got like two people like they got bunk beds on top of bunk beds. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, in Japan, I haven't come across of anything that like where living conditions were that horrendous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean, since they don't have enough space, so they have to to build just buildings upwards, like just in general. And when I lived there, I lived in a high-rise building, and then I lived on if I'm not mistaken, I lived on like 36th or 37th floor. It's newly built, and then it was nice, but when the big typhoon hit Hong Kong, the building just shook.
It would sway, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it was fucking scary. I mean, I don't trust how they build buildings, and then I don't want to live that kind of building.
They use fucking bamboo scaffolding, dude. I saw that shit. I was like, holy shit, man. That shit rocks. You know what I mean? No, but I mean, bamboo is pretty pretty strong, huh? I mean,
I don't trust it.
That's funny, dude. Like back home, I guess you take it for granted. Like every home, every home that I lived in has a front yard and a backyard.
Yeah.
It has we had sometimes a detached like garage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean it was pretty, I guess, roomy for the most part. Growing up.
Yeah.
And like I said, we're living by very meager standards. But like. Here, like once I got here, I mean, I guess I got a taste of like of the living standards here in Japan. I mean, most families that live in Osaka City, they're probably living in a 75 on average, a 75 square meter apartment. 3 LDK for most average sized families, right? Would you say? Like I can't imagine, dude. You know what I mean? Like now I live in roughly like one, because we live outside in the suburbs here, but like 120 square meter like 4-bedroom place for a family of 4. I can't imagine. It's all right. It's not. I mean, it's all right. I can't imagine living in Osaka in half the space some people do. Huh? To me, that's amazing. I mean,
I mean, because a mutual friend, Kay. I mean, they live in a place like 50 square meters.
Yeah.
For 4 people.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how they live there. I mean,
they don't live there. They're always out, right? They're always outside. They're never home, right? I mean, he's openly talked about like there's no space to breathe. Like you want to get away from the kids and and your partner sometimes, and you can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't trade that space in for anything. Huh? Yeah, I don't think it's a good trade-off if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that I don't want to sacrifice, and then that's why I don't want to live in Tokyo. I mean, you have to pay a lot of money for just a small space, and it doesn't make sense to me.
That's true, huh? I mean, as a foreigner, I mean, living here in Japan, I mean, I guess. Like I've always lived in a place larger than 75 square meters, so I mean it hasn't been always that cramped for me. I remember when I first got here, a couple of the other foreigners, they lived in like little tiny like 40 or 50 square meter like these little apartments where like the toilet is right next to the kitchen, and the kitchen's right. You know what I mean? It's all in one room. Right? I mean, I lived in a place once that had like the toilet like in the same room or the same space as like the bath and stuff, and like it's just nasty, right? I mean, you're.
So let me ask you a question. So, what do you think about the recent trendy like minimalist? What do you think about it? I mean, people just live in just a small space and without like nothing. They have literally nothing. Like minimal things to just live. I mean, what do you think about this?
Are you talking about Marie Kondo? Are you trying to?
No, I'm not talking about her, in particular, but just in general. I mean, this is kind of like a trendy and just.
No, you know what? I mean, I studied it in school, like the minimalism and like less is more. You know what I mean? Like I guess I've tried to practice that throughout my life. You know what I mean? Like even my house now, like I hate clutter, dude. Like even when I was in college, like we have these pat racks, we call them. Like people who just keep stuff, they won't throw it away. Like I guess some kind of fucking condition they have. But I can't stand clutter. So like if I see things around my house, like everything has a home. I think everything has a place where it should be, or I think it should be. And so like I'm very particular about that. I mean, if you go to my desk, the office, it's fucking clean, dude. I mean. You can fucking eat off that shit, you know what I mean? But I mean, I see someone like I don't want to talk bad about my colleagues, but like I have this one colleague and she's a fucking mess, dude. Like her desk, like I swear, she looks like a fucking homeless person, dude. Like if you if you see her, like she's a complete mess, dude. She's got like a fanny pack, the little bags, like the little fanny packs that we used to have back in the 90s and shit.
Yeah.
And it's all in a mess, and I'm like, I think it's just an extension of who you are, dude. You know what I mean? Like how you live, like.
That's true,
and
that's true.
I can just imagine her home, just a bunch of shit everywhere, and she's like, "Oh, I'm keeping everything. I need this, and I'm like, how are you supposed to work in the? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not criticizing because like she's a pat rack. I'm just wondering how she organizes those thoughts in her head, Because I mean, like, like her desk is a mess, and it's not just. I've never said a word. I just laugh at it. I think it's funny. But the other departments, they talk about it. They ask us like, is she all right, man? She's got like shit piled up, like, you know what I mean? And it's God. Crazy, man. And I'm wondering like, I guess to answer your question, to go back, I'm all for like minimalism. Huh? Less is more. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, I recently watched a YouTube video about minimalism, and then one of the guys talk about what the minimalist is, and then his strategy is like if you're not sure if you need it, then he just throws away because you're not sure if you're gonna use it over the long term, and then it's just certain that you don't need it.
Okay.
So it's all about a trade-off. Like if just keeping what you need, and if you're not sure, just throw them away.
I mean, could you live out of a suitcase? I mean, like that's hard, man. I mean,
I guess. But have you ever watched it's just a YouTube video of a minimalist, and then they literally have nothing. They have probably suitcase and probably chair, and then I don't know. So some T-shirts and
So
I don't know. I don't know what they have.
So are they doubling up on things like they use a drinking cup as a cup for like in the bath and to like rinse their mouth out? I mean, is that what you call minimalism? I mean, like
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's big. I mean, so some people. I mean, they follow what they believe in.
Yeah, that's hard. I mean, I've learned to make better choices when I go shopping. Like now, after a lot of just spontaneous buys. I mean, I think if you put a little more thought into it and like you buy things of higher quality, you tend to keep things longer and you're less likely to throw things away. You know what I mean? Like So that's my take on it. But But go back to what we're the topic. Yeah, I mean, like in Japan, like if when you walk around, you see like these tall like buildings, right? And they look pretty thin, and they're not wide, and they're like cars. They're like parking lots where you pull your car in, and the machine machine will sort of like a conveyor belt. You know what I mean? It's really cool. So I mean,
it's genius.
It's ingenious. Yeah, say that again. So all right.
Well,
I think that takes us to the end of our topic today.
Thank you for listening.
Hope to see you guys again, and have a good one, everybody.
Bye. Thank you for listening. Bye.
ジローとチーの英語で雑談を聞いてくださり本当にありがとうございました。質問や感想、ポッドキャストで取り上げてほしいトピックなどありましたら概要欄のリンクにてご連絡お願いします。 また、このポッドキャストを聞いて少しでも良かったなと思ったら、お聞きの媒体にてぜひ良いレビューをお待ちしております。
Thank you for listening to JIRO and CHI's English podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or topics you'd like us to discuss on the podcast, let us know through the link in the description. And if you enjoyed our podcast, leave us a positive review on the platform where you listen to it.
では皆さん、次回のエピソードでお会いしましょう。
Looking forward to seeing you guys again in the next episode. Take care and see you guys later.
Bye!